Hello, class, and welcome. Today we're going to solve a classic SAT-style word problem. This question tests our ability to translate plain English into mathematical equations. The problem states that the sum of two positive numbers is 28 and their difference is 16. Our final goal is to find the product of these two numbers. Let's walk through it together. All right, let's start with step 1. The very first thing we need to do is convert the sentences into math. We are dealing with two unknown numbers, so we'll use variables to represent them. As you can see on the screen, we'll call them x and y. The first piece of information is the sum of two positive numbers is 28. The word sum means addition, so this translates directly into our first equation, x plus y equals 28. The second piece of information is the difference of the same two numbers is 16. The word difference means subtraction, which gives us our second equation, x minus y equals 16. Now we have a system of two equations which we can solve to find our numbers. Moving on to step 2. We need to solve this system of equations. A great method to use here is the elimination method. Notice how in the first equation we have a plus y, and in the second we have a minus y. They are opposites, which is perfect for elimination. If we add the two equations together, the y terms will cancel each other out. Let's do that. As shown on the screen, we add x plus y equals 28 and x minus y equals 16. On the left side, x plus x gives us 2x. And y plus negative y is 0, so they're eliminated. On the right side, 28 plus 16 is 44. This leaves us with a much simpler equation, 2x equals 44. Now that we have the equation 2x equals 44, solving for x is very simple. To get x by itself, we need to undo the multiplication by 2. We do this by dividing both sides of the equation by 2. So x is equal to 44 divided by 2. That gives us x equals 22. Fantastic! We've found the first of our two numbers. Welcome to step 3. Now that we know x equals 22, we can find y. We'll do this by substituting the value of x back into one of our original equations. It's usually easier to work with the addition equation, x plus y equals 28, to avoid any potential mistakes with negative signs. So we replace x with 22. Our equation now becomes 22 plus y equals 28. To find y, we just need to isolate it. We subtract 22 from both sides of the equation. 22 plus y equals 28. This gives us y equals 28 minus 22. The calculation is simple. Y equals 6. So we found our second number. So now we have our two numbers, 22 and 6. Before we find the product, it's always a good idea to do a quick check to make sure they satisfy the original conditions. Let's check their sum. 22 plus 6 is 28. That's correct. Now their difference. 22 minus 6 is 16. That's also correct. This confirms our values for x and y are right. We're at the final step, step 4. It's very important to reread the question to make sure we're actually answering it. The question asks for the value of the product of the two numbers. The word product tells us to multiply. So we need to calculate the product of our two numbers, x and y. As you can see, that means we need to compute 22 times 6. So we perform the multiplication. 22 times 6 equals 132. And that's our final answer. The product of the two numbers is 132. We successfully translated the problem, solved the system of equations, and found the product as requested. Excellent work!